never claim to be right. I just know what I want, and I know what you like, but I don't understand what goes on in your mind. Scarecrow of a man, and he's wasting your time. You could have so much more, all it takes is a spark. Leave him at the door, meet me in the dark. We could move like a ghost, we could walk through the walls. If nothing else, I hope I'll be the shadow you come. Shadow you come. Shadow you come. Shadow you come. I'm doing nothing I should. Hotel room at night. No, she's up to no good, and I don't think I mind. And she's thinking out loud, and I can't play it cool. She's the one in control, and she knows what to do. What a secret exchange, promises we make. I'm the same as I was, I cannot be replaced. I mean, what did you expect? I'm a man after all. When you need me, I'll be there. The shadow you go. Shadow you go. Shadow you go. Shadow you go. Shadow you come. Shadow you come. This next song is a single I released about a year and a half ago. It's called Trembling at the Thought. They say I'm the secretive son, walking the room, speaking in tongues, creeping with the wolves and howling at the moon. Got things in my neck, I got things I can't forget. Haunted, haunted, lost all control. Somehow spirits soften my soul. I'm unimpressed, the devil could try his best. Nothing scares me how I scare myself. There's a side of my mind and I can't tell if it's mine. There's a side of my mind and I can't tell if it's mine. I'm all alone in the woods and I'm trembling at the thought. This isn't what I want. This isn't what I want. Look who showed up, prodigal son. I can't explain what I've become. Paint me how you want and put me on the wall. Let them all decide if I'm worth the things I hide. Breathe in, breathe out. I don't have the words. Dreamer, dreaming in the real world. It makes me sad. Potential I used to have. What a waste. Get out. You're just no good. There's a side of my mind and I can't tell if it's mine. There's a side of my mind I can't tell if it's mine. I'm all alone in the woods and I'm trembling at the thought. This isn't what I want. This isn't what I want. This isn't what I want. Thank you. This last song is called No One Nowhere. It's off my upcoming album, Let's Just See What Happens. I hope you enjoy. Meet me on the night train. Pick the destination and we'll figure out the rest of it. Leave now or we will never go. Looking for the right place, somewhere in the world where we leave the world behind us. Leave now or we will never know. And you caught me at just the right time. A year ago I never thought I'd know the feeling. No such thing as the right time. I've seen the people that I love most wait their whole lives for the right time, then let it pass by when it arrives. But I see your life in my life. Oh, no one, nowhere gives the feeling quite the way you do. And there's no one, nowhere in between us, in between me and you. Bum, 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 da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Looking out the window, catching just a glimpse of a moment in the stories of people I will never know. Life is such a funny thing. Every time I think about it, I get too emotional. I was so lost when you found me, and when I'm older, I remember how you got me at just the right time. A year ago, I never thought I'd know the feeling. No such thing as the right time. I've seen the people that I love most wait their whole lives for the right time, then let it pass by when it arrives. But I see your life in my life. Oh, no one, nowhere gives the feeling quite the way you do. I've seen the people that I love, and there's no one, nowhere in between us, in between me and you. Bum, 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 ba, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Thank you.
This is Sounds of Nashville Podcast. I'm Xavier, and I'm joined by Nico Zaca. Welcome, buddy.
Thank you. Good to be here with you, Xavier.
You just played a really great set. You have a very unique sound. I'm really excited to have you here today.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I
don't
really
you-
enjoy playing the set.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about where you're from and what you're doing in Nashville?
Yeah, so I'm from Washington, D.C., originally born and raised, and I'm here in Nashville. I was going to Belmont University for a little bit, but I decided school wasn't really where my heart was, so I wanted to stay in the city and just keep pursuing music.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good town for it.
It really is.
Yeah, so why don't you explain a little bit about what you're doing with your music and what the direction is?
Yeah, so I've been working on my upcoming album, Let's Just See What Happens. It's supposed to come out next month on March 22nd, and
it's been really influenced by Nashville, 100%. I came here more into electronic music, and then coming here just to strip down sets, the open mics, just a guitar and a voice, 4 chords and the truth, you know. So
Absolutely.
it's had to sharpen me. So it's definitely very inspired by like singer-songwriter, but also it has a little bit of my old like electronic kind of feel for it. So I'm very excited for it to release.
And your first album released back in 2020, how has this upcoming album changed and improved on what you did back then?
I think back in 2020, I had a lot of different things going on in terms of like interest in music. Like I was very into bossa nova. I was into like all these things. But
Love
I think
bossa nova.
Yeah, man, you can't go wrong.
It's good.
But I feel like now I've kind of honed in on what makes me a little bit more. And this album it's a little sharper. It's more coherent. I also have some features with some of my friends from high school who did a killer job. So it's been really fun to collaborate more, being in Nashville, and just like get other people's input on it.
That's really what music's about. It's never a solo venture, so it's fun to do it with friends especially.
Yeah, 100%.
And speaking of friends, you had some good art friends, I hear, with the kind of visual direction of your music project.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier that kind of gives Scott Pilgrim vibes.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you've navigated artistically on a visual medium.
Yeah, so I just always found that I don't know. I'm a big believer in, how do I say this? Like just I don't know. I think music should be fun, and I want my visuals to, even though there's like some darker themes in my music, I want the visuals to be accessible and fun and like lighthearted. And I went to Duke Ellington School of the Arts in Washington, D.C., so I know a lot of really talented visual artists who have helped me out and like designed things for me and like done posters and album covers, and I'm very grateful for that community.
That's really great to have, and
yeah,
they did a killer job, I must say.
Yeah.
Seriously. So you just released a single for this upcoming album, No Cuelgo.
Yes.
And it is in Spanish.
It is.
How is that experience writing in a different language?
It's interesting. I listen mostly to music in Spanish, like corridos and like peso pluma and stuff like that. So I definitely love the way Spanish sounds in songs. And I've been writing music in Spanish since middle school, but I've never put anything out. So I really wanted to just try something different.
Right on. I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Speaking of middle school and before, you want to describe what Blue Ninja is for the folks back home?
Yeah, so Blue Ninja was the first song I ever wrote. I was 6 years old. It's 4 notes. My dad used to have a YouTube channel where he just posts me like freestyling on guitar, and that's where that song kind of came from. There's not much to it. I mean, it is about like a ninja who has like the blue like uniform on, just up to no good, pretty much.
Hey, it doesn't have to be complex, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it can just be a blue ninja.
Four notes in the truth.
4 notes in the truth, right. So when I ask a lot of artists about their influences, they'll usually talk about specific artists, but for you, you might say Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero, definitely. Yeah, so I broke my... Did I say this? Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Keep going.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
I broke my arm really badly when I was younger, and I lost all my eye-hand coordination. And I had to relearn how to write and draw, and it was really frustrating. And then a teacher at elementary school was like, oh, you should try Guitar Hero. My son's really into it. And I got really into the video game. And then my parents were like, oh, you should try it with a real guitar. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I got into guitar from that, and it was frustrating. I mean, the calluses and whatnot. Like, it was not like the video game. You're not pressing buttons. My mom's like, you're really bad at sports. Like, you're going to stick with guitar. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. So
fair enough. She was honest.
No, she was real. She kept it real with me. So I was like, okay, like, yeah. And then I'm very happy she made me stick with it, though.
Yeah, Guitar Hero is a great game.
It really is.
You've got a lot of people into it, gotta say. So you've got this upcoming album next month, March
22nd.
22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the lookout. That's really exciting. I'm very intent to listen to it, especially after that performance.
Thank you.
Gotta say. So I'm gonna leave you with one last question before I let you go. What is your favorite lyric from your music?
I think it's from an upcoming song on the album, No One Nowhere. I've seen the people that I love most wait their whole lives for the right time, then let it pass by when it arrives. But I see your life in my life. That's probably my favorite line I've written.
It's really beautiful, seriously.
Thank you.
This was Nico Zaca. Thanks for coming, man.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
This is Sounds of Nashville Podcast. Xavier signing out.